So the title track, Round Trip, was the last piece written for the album, and I waited on that because I wanted to make sure that it was something that fit with everything we're doing and wasn't contrived. I didn't want to agonize over it. I generally try not to do that with composing. So the piece was just kind of waiting. I had the title, obviously, and then was waiting for that magic day when I would think. So sometimes I'll compose with discipline. I'll write something every day. I try to. But some days I'll also just wait for the inspiration. In this case, I really wanted to do that. So one day, one of my students came in, a wonderful guy. His name's Kieran Roach. Hi, Kieran. This is for you. I told him I would do this, actually. The Round Trip song is because of him. He was on an airplane out to the West Coast doing an errand for his father, flew back, had a little bit of a debacle with the plane trip, came into the lesson and told me, hey, Mr. Mark, I'm not prepared, didn't practice, had this really messed up plane flight, and the whole round trip thing was all messed up. So you can see how I got my title together with that. And so as he's telling me all about this, he finally said, we were working on some blues things. He said, so look, today, could you just give me a chord progression that will fit with a blues scale, and I don't have to think about it or work at it, and can we just do that for the lesson? And I said, yeah, sure. So I thought for a minute, and I just kind of came up with this chord progression for him to do this with. So it's a G minor, and then a D minor, E flat, and then a D7 altered, if you will. And of course, we were putting some jazz notes in there for Kieran. And the voicings also have to work so that you could only play a blues scale over it, a G blues scale. So we got our chord progression. We had the G blues scale, and then I just started playing that for him because he asked me to, and I started thinking of a rhythm. As you can see, it's one of these things you just could get lost in and start having a lot of fun playing. And that's what Kieran wanted, so that's what he got. Then later when he left, I was really thinking about that and thinking this is a perfect song for the album because it's right in the territory of Dan and I. A great chord progression, no melody, and the two of us just getting together and playing. So the melody that will evolve today is what will be on the album. That's what we'll say the melody is for the tune. We'll wait till we record it to get that. We like working like that with Dan. But then I needed a bridge, so I basically just went to the parallel major, key of G, put in a nice standard progression there. Twist, right at the end we go back to the E flat. And so on. And so then we'll work that out together in just a little bit when we turn the recording on. The last part of the tune, though, I do have written. The only part that's actually written is the ending, and I was thinking of a bit of an etude idea for my ring finger and pinky on my left hand, and so I just kind of outlined the chords that way and was just thinking in terms of a clinical exercise on every chord. So that's how I got this. And if you can see that from there, that's really targeting these guys, and that's what the point of it was, to get a little bit of a stamina thing going, but then it needed a groove. So that's how we're going to end the tune. So we know that will happen. We know the chords will happen. We know we'll start and finish, so that's going to happen. And that's basically how we ended up with the title track, Round Trip.